Hey guys, it is day 2 of NAMM 2019. We're starting the day with some light relaxation acoustic guitars because I'm feeling a little fragile after last night's extravaganzas. I'm with Chris from Alvarez. You might recognize Chris. We sat and talked to Alvarez a couple of months ago in the video room, and they have a new Elite series of acoustic guitar. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Hi Lee.
Hey man.
How were you last night?
I was in bed pretty early, but somebody said to me that you couldn't get a hangover drinking tequila. So I just drank a lot of tequila and woke up with an absolutely devastating hangover. But I'm professional. I'll get through it.
So this is Artist Elite. So it sits above our Artist series, which is our solid top series, just under Masterworks. And we wanted to make a line of guitars from very special exotic woods, some nice details with flame maple bindings or bevel edge armrest, etc., which look very special, but in our usual style, try and make them as affordable as possible.
Yeah, so these are going to sit, we think, somewhere in the UK around about the £500 mark.
Yeah, this one maybe a little more.
A little bit more than that one. But as we walk backwards, let's just get some nice close-ups. So what are the timbers on this?
So this is AAA Acacia. So it's Acacia Confusa, which is the same tree as Koa, but it's from Taiwan instead of Hawaii.
Right.
So same species, and it's got a flame maple slim bevel edge.
Oh yeah.
It's got our new finish, which is very clear, very light finish, and a shadow burst all the way around the outside, which is our new paint job. And it sells in the States at about, well, just under $800.
You were saying there's been a slight change to the forward shifted bracing on these.
Correct.
How's that changing things?
So basically, I've professed the benefits of forward shifted for like 5 years, and now I've changed it. So we've actually pushed the bracing back a little bit. In my experience, if you take something away, you've got to put something back sort of structurally, otherwise you get that balance between strength and vibration wrong. The main difference is the X does not go into the sides of the lining anymore, so the X is almost a little floating, which allows what we found allowed the top to vibrate a lot more. So we pushed the X back a little bit just to create more strength between the bridge and the X brace, but it gives it slightly darker sound. The trebles are not so bright, but there's a lot more middle and more bass, especially when you're using hardwoods for the top.
Yeah. So let's just wander down. We've got another one here by looking at the spruce top with a maple back and side.
2A Sitka top, flame maple backs and sides. This one is all ebony binding with a slim ebony bevel edge armrest. This
is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Cedar top. We don't use a lot of cedar. We started using it this year just because we wanted to try something different for this line. So we paired cedar with Acacia ebony.
Oh.
Again, it's got a slight edge burst around the outside, which we call shadow burst. We put a little tint in there just to lift it.
That's a lot of guitar for £500. Dreadnought.
This one is Dreadnought, and this one has our full bevel. So it's a wider bevel edge.
Oh, yeah.
Again, all Acacia ebony, 2A Sitka top, and our middle shifted bracing.
And then what shape is
That's an
this?
OM.
OM shape with a cutaway.
With a cutaway. Again, we use some cedar on this one, flame maple binding with Acacia backs and sides, gives you a nice sort of 3D effect going on there.
It's really similar figuring to Koa, isn't it?
This one is all mahogany with again with a bevel.
Oh yeah.
Acacia ebony. This one is an interesting one. So this is we call our performance dreadnought body. So it's much slimmer.
Oh yeah.
So it's nearly an inch slimmer than our standard dread. Half an inch at the top bout.
Show that side by side.
Look. You can see that. Quite a lot actually. And it's surprisingly we didn't lose a lot of volume and projection, even though we cut it down so much. This is solid walnut top, walnut backs and sides. Nice little shadow burst on there.
That looks great.
$500.
What did we miss out? We missed out.
That one is the same as
it's the same as the one
further down. We're one missing, which is a grand auditorium made of walnut.
That's no problem.
So we doubled up.
Let's grab a couple of these and get the wonderful Danish Pete to strum some chords.
Sounds great.
Although before we go in, I mean, the rest of the Alvarez stand looks beautiful. So we might as well just have a little. Most of these guitars you'll be able to come to Andertons and try anyway.
Absolutely.
But there was a couple that were new, weren't there?
Yeah, there's you carry this one in England already, which is our Bluegrass Dreadnought.
Yeah.
And we brought out an OM with the same detailing, so it's all herringbone.
And this is from Masterworks.
Masterworks, so it's all solid. Solid
all
African
solid
mahogany.
and sub £600.
Yeah, and that's with a hard case here, so it'll be a lot cheaper in the UK.
That's lovely. I've always liked the herringbone. Gives it a real vintage kind of vibe. Very nice indeed.
We've got more 12 strings in Artist series. We're selling a lot more 12 strings generally, so we brought out a black and a sunburst.
Over here.
Which is here.
Oh, is this an example of the modification
Correct,
you've made? Oh, there you go. So we talk about bracing a lot, and it's always nice to actually see the inside. So you're saying that's not going as close to the edge as it used to?
Correct. So we pushed this back about 8 mil, which creates more structure and tightness here, because we stop the X coming in. So the top itself from the outside is just generating a lot more movement. The X itself is a lot more refined, and it's tapered this time rather than sort of scooped bracing scalloping. And we've lightened our tone bars up to 6 mil instead of 8 mil, which just get a bit more energy out of that.
You got that? Awesome. Is there any? I think our most popular Alvarez guitar has been the baritone.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, what you ever thought about doing either an 8 or a 12 string?
Funny you should ask that.
See, anyone would think that we rehearsed this.
So we have a sample of an 8-string baritone in St. Louis for when we get back. So it'll probably be like a summer NAMM kind of launch.
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
it's on its way.
Wicked. All right.
And it's amazing how sort of 12-string-esque they sound just with 2 octaves.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, I've tried one before by another brand, and it's worked so well on a baritone. Anyway, let's grab a couple of guitars and get in the booth. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Cool.
Happy
days.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, there we go. That's it. Good.